Hi learners, welcome to MwalimuPLUS, where we have live classes, a place you get plenty of learning materials. So I am Teacher Meshach. Today I want to take you through grade 6 maths activities. I know you are well prepared. Learners, as we said the other time, that we need to be well with maths, because maths is everything. When you do maths, learners, you will do a lot of things, because again you find that math is also science. So when you want to do well in science, also you have to apply maths knowledge. So learners, that is it, and we need to have all that needs or takes for us to be perfect in maths. I know you have your working materials, you have the geometrical set and a working place for us to start. Now learners, before we tackle our lesson, I want us to preview the previous lesson. In our previous lesson, learners, we are dealing with capacity. And in capacity, you can remember, we are dealing with multiplication and division involving liters, milliliters, and deciliter. You can also remember that in the previous lessons, we are dealing with addition. We did with that one, we finished. We also dealt with subtraction, multiplication, and now today we are dealing with division. And in this part, we say that when we are dealing with the capacity, we are looking at the amount of liquid a container can hold. So capacity is the amount of any liquid a container is able to contain or carry. So learners, I gave you an assignment, and this assignment you are to do it so that when we come today in our lesson, we have to preview it and see how you did it. Let us go through this assignment, learners. Good. Let us look at question number 1. The question was asking us as follows: work out 17 liters, 5 deciliters, and 35 ml divided by 5. As you can remember what we said, learners, you have to put in mind the following. One thing, you cannot divide this problem the way it is. What do? Good. We say that we use long division. And when we use long division, we need to draw the long division sign, which looks like this. Now, when you have done so, you have now to replace the numbers where they are supposed to be. For instance, here we have 5. The 5 will appear outside. Maybe we can say maybe on the left-hand side. Then the remaining numbers to be divided should enter in between. Should appear inside the dividing sign. So here we have 5 outside. Then we have 17 liters. We have 5 dl and 35 ml. Now we start our division. Learners, how many times will 5 go to 17? Good. It will go there 3 times. So when you have gotten 3, you have 3 on top or on top of 17 in liter side. Then you ask yourself, if I take 3, I multiply by 5, what can I get? And that's what will you get? You get 15, right? Now what do you do with 15? Well, you write 15 under 17, then you write or you indicate with a sign which is take away sign or subtraction sign. Then you subtract 15 from 17, which will give you, good, you will get 2. That's, the remainder will be 2, or the answer you get there will be 2. Now what do you do with the 2? Because it's 2 liters that is remains after doing your subtraction. Yes, we transfer or we convert 2 liters into deciliters. So when we want to convert 2 to dl, what do? Well, we multiply by 10. To change 2 liters into dl, we multiply by 10 to give us 20 dl. Now we have 20 dl and also we have 5 dl. What do? Now before we divide, we are going to add 5 dl plus 20 dl, which will give us, well, when we add 20 and 5, will give us 25. So we have 25 dl. Now we are set to divide 25 by 5. If you divide 25 by 5, learners, what do we get? Good. When we divide 25 by 5, the answer we're going to get will be 5. So we write 5 on top of 5 or on the dl side. So 5 will appear up. Then we ask ourselves, if I take 5, I multiply by 5, what will I get? That will give me 25. So I write 25 under 25. So again, I subtract. I have to write, indicate with a subtraction sign, whereby I'm going to subtract 25 from 25. That will give me, good, you will get 0 automatically, because any number which is the same as the one you are subtracting from, what you get is 0. So we are going to get 0. So again, we are going to convert 0 into ml. Since it is 0, we are going to multiply with nothing. So what we do, we go straight to 35. So we are going to divide 35 by 5. If you divide 35 by 5, learners, what do you get? Automatically you get 7, because 7 times 5 will give us 35. So we write 7 on top of 35 on the ml side, then we multiply 5 by 7 to give us 35. So we have 35 and 35, then we do what? We subtract. Again, what do we get? Automatically we get 0. So we write 0. So therefore we can say that our answer now is, when we divide 17 liters 5dl 35 ml by 5, we are going to get our answer as follows. The answer will be 3 liters 5dl and 7 ml. Learners, if you wrote that one, you are on the right track. Give yourself a nice tick. Bravo for a well done job. Now let us also proceed on to another question, which was assignment number 2. Our question number 2 for our assignment work. Again, you are just asked to work out. You are to work out again, whereby you are to divide 50 liters by 7, 5dl by 7, again 54 ml by 7. So automatically we are not going to write the sign because already it's there. So we proceed on by dividing. We ask ourselves, how many times will 7 go to 50? So learners, what you need to do, you need to have the multiplication table with you. You look at the numbers. If I multiply 7 by 5, what will I get? If I multiply 7 by 6, what will I get? Again, 7 times 7, or 7 times 8. So you look at a number which is not more than 50, but not very low to 50. So when we do our multiplication, we are going to find that if I divide this 50 by 7, then the automatic number which is there closer to that one is 49. Because if I multiply 7 by 7, will give me 49. So what do? I write 49 under 50. Then I subtract. So if I subtract 49 from 50, learners, what do I get? I will remain with 1 as the remainder. So 1 will remain as the remainder. So I write 1 under 40. So what do? This one, I have to convert it into deciliters. So when I convert 1 liter to deciliter, I will get 10 deciliters. Why? Because I'm going to multiply by 10. Because we know that 1 dl is 1 liter is equivalent to 10 dl. So I multiply 10 to give me 10 dl. So I have 10 dl and 5 dl. What do I do again? Yes, we come to addition. So I'm adding 5 and 10 to give me 15. Then I also proceed by dividing 15 by 7 to give me, to get 14. Because if I multiply by 7 by 2, 7 by 2 will give me 14. So I write 2 under 5 dl and 14 below 15. And I do again subtraction where again I'm going to get again 1. Now 1 dl, if I convert 1 dl to ml, I multiply by 100 to give me 100. So I've converted 1 dl to ml to give me 100 ml. So I'm going to add 54 ml to 100 ml to give me 154 ml. Then again I divide 154 by 7. What can I get there? Good. I'm going to get 22. So I have 22 on top of 54, or the side of ml. Then I multiply 22 by 7 to give me 154. Look at this. They are of the same kind. They are like. So I do subtraction to get 0. So that is it. Now nothing is remaining now. So therefore my learners find that the answer now will be 7 liters, 2 dl or deciliters, and 22 ml or 2 milliliters. So that's how it was done. So learners, if you got that one right, bravo for a well done job. Well, I'm seeing people are so happy, which you got it right. Good, keep it up for the coming lesson. Do it like that, and you find that this topic will be very, very easy for you. Now, let us come to our today's lesson. In our today's lesson, we are still dealing with capacity. And in capacity, we are going to learn about conversion of liters to deciliters, to milliliters, and vice versa. So learners, we need to know this one as we proceed on to the next level. The first thing you have to put in mind is that you have to know that 1 liter is equivalent to 10 dl. 1 liter is equivalent to 10 dl. Again, 10 dl is equivalent to 1 liter. What about 2.3 liters? Will be how many dl? So what I get, I'm going to multiply 2.23 by 10 to get 23 dl. Because I've used multiplication, the decimal point will disappear or will move towards the right hand side and will no longer be there. So I will remain with 23, and that will be 23 dl. What about 96 deciliters if I convert them into liters? I divide that 96 by 97 by 10. When I do division, I will find that the decimal point will move from the right to the left and it will land between 9 and 7, and that will give me 9.7 liters. Again, I need to know that, or you need to know the following again, learners, that when you have 100 milliliters, 100 milliliters is equivalent to 1 deciliter, or it is equal to 1 deciliter. Now, if you have this one in mind now, you are now able to proceed on. Now, let us look at sample question number 1. You might be asked how many liters are there in 47 deciliters. How many liters are there in 47 deciliters? What will you do, learners? Very simple. You have to know the units that are used in that particular question. For instance, here you have to know that 10 dl is equivalent to 1 liter. If you have that one in your mind, then you can work out. You can now say that 47 dl will be equivalent to how much? Now, this will give me 47 I divided by 10, and what I'm going to get should be in liters. Now, if you do that simple division, you find that you will get the answer to be 4.7 liters. 4.7 liters. And that's how it is done. Now, learners, let us work this one together as we progress to the next step. Let us look at this question number 2. Question number 2. Again, they are asking us to convert 5 liters, 8 deciliters into deciliters. Convert 8 liters, 5 liters, 8 deciliters into deciliters. Now, learners, if you look at the question there, you find we have 2 parts that are of the same kind. They have the same unit. So, when we have one part of the same unit, what we do, we deal with the part which is opposite to the ones that are of the same unit. So what we are going to deal with here is to convert 5 liters into deciliters. Then when we do so, what will we get from there? We are going now to add, combine them, find their sum. And when we get the sum, now we are done with that question. Now, learners, as we have said that, you know, when we talk about a liter, we know that 1 liter is equivalent to how many deciliters? Good, you can still remember, good, it is 10 deciliters. Now, if I know that 1 liter is equivalent to 10 deciliters, what about 5 liters? Good, I'm going to multiply 5 by 10 dl to give me how many? If you multiply 5 by 10, you get? Good, when you multiply 5 by 10, we have said we get 50. We get 50. And remember to write 50 dl, because if you leave it like that one, someone can think that is there are 50 cows, there are 50 cars, there's 50 houses. So you have to indicate the units that are used. So here we have 50 dl. Now what do we do? So when we convert 5 liters 8 dl into liters into deciliters, we have already converted 5 liters into deciliters. That is 50 dl. And we have 8 dl. Now we find their sum. Learners, if I take 50 dl plus 8 dl, what will be my answer? Quick addition. Good, I'm seeing some hands up with that well. Good, say the answer is 58 dl. 58 DL. Remember to write DL because we are talking about units of measurement, that is capacity. If you don't like this unit, somebody can think of something else. So it's very important to indicate the units that are used. So you find that when we convert 5 liters 8 DL into deciliters, you get 58 DL. Is that one okay, learners? Good. Now that one gives us a more step ahead to look at another example. Let us look at this question, learners. Question number 3. Again, the question is asking us to convert 36 liters into milliliters. 36 liters into milliliters. What do? The same process. We come here and ask ourselves, what about if I have 1 liter? If I have 1 liter, this 1 liter is equivalent to how many ml? So it's good to say that 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 ml. What about if I have 36 liters? This will be equivalent to how many ml? Good. So what do? We are going to multiply 1000 by 36. And what we are going to get there should be in ml, because we are converting 36 liters into milliliters. So we proceed again. So when we have done so, learners, we have multiplied 1000 by 36 ml. What will be our solution? Quick multiplication, learners. Good. When we have done so, you find that we have 36. I said that when you have a number, you are multiplying a whole number with a number which has 0 digits at the end. What you do, you write that number and you fix in the zeros. So for our case here, we have 36. We write 36 and we bring in how many zeros? We bring in 3 zeros. Now what will the answer, that number, if you put it together, how do we read it, learners? Good. It will be 36,000. 36,000 ml. Remember to write ml at the end. So that's how we do these problems that are involving liters, deciliters, and milliliters. So it's something very simple. What you need to do, learners, is to master the process, master the formula that is used, know how many deciliters make up 1 liter, how many DL make up 1 liter, and ml, how many of them make up DL or liters. If you have this one in mind, learners, things are very simple. It's just eating, maybe those who like eating guavas, very simple, like chewing guavas, or you're eating avocado at home. So that's how we deal with this problem. So learners, at that point, I want us to have some work to do. I want to leave this little work for you to do, so that in our coming lesson, we start from there. And our question number 1 is as follows. I'm just going to ask you a very simple question, that convert 9,375 ml, convert 9,375 ml into liters. So learners, that's what we're going to do. Again, question number 2. Question number 2 again, how many deciliters are there in 4 liters? How many deciliters are there in 4 liters? Then our last question is, how many liters are there in 68 deciliters? How many liters are there in 68 deciliters? So learners, that's what I had for you today. I know you are going to do your best, so that when we come the coming lesson, you will give the right answers. Be perfect. Remember, this is a very sensitive area. If you master it, everything is well done with you. Up to that far, I want to wish you all the best till we meet in our coming lesson. Bye-bye.